This is the synthetic signal report for Sunday, April 12, 2026, in the morning. Today's analysis examines a breakthrough in atomic-scale memory on fluorographane and a critical passcode bug in the latest Apple update that has locked users out of their devices. We look at the disruption of Docker services in Spain due to Cloudflare blocks targeting football piracy and a new technical roadmap from Meta AI and KAUST for completely neural computers. This report also covers the expansion of digital payment systems like Pix across Latin America, a new nanotechnology for reversing hair graying, and the open-source release of MOSS-TTS-Nano, MOSS-TTS-Nano. Finally, we analyze the high-stakes parliamentary election in Hungary and the emergence of the Removerized local artificial intelligence toolkit. Researchers have demonstrated a new form of atomic-scale memory that achieves a data density of 447 terabytes per square centimeter. This development utilizes fluorographane, a derivative of graphene, where fluorine atoms are attached to the carbon lattice. The technical breakthrough lies in the ability to write and read data at the level of individual atoms with zero retention energy. This means the system does not require a continuous power supply to maintain the state of the stored data, potentially solving the energy efficiency bottleneck in high-performance computing. By manipulating the position of fluorine atoms, the researchers created a stable, non-volatile storage medium. This density is orders of magnitude higher than current commercial solid-state drives. The analysis suggests that while the current process requires controlled laboratory environments, the fundamental physics provides a path toward physical storage devices that are significantly smaller and more durable than traditional silicon-based memory. A significant number of iPhone users, particularly in the Czech Republic, are reporting a complete lockout from their devices following a recent software update. The issue appears to be a logic error in how the operating system handles local passcode verification. Users report that after installing the update, the system fails to recognize correct passcodes, effectively bricking the hardware for anyone without a secondary recovery path. Technical analysis indicates the bug originates in the secure enclave communication protocol. Apple has not yet released a formal patch, leaving affected users in a state of checkmate, where even the correct credentials are rejected by the hardware security module. This event highlights the risks of centralized update pushes, where a single line of faulty code in the authentication stack can override physical ownership and access to personal data. Developers in Spain are reporting widespread failures when attempting to pull Docker images or run GitLab pipelines. The root cause is a Cloudflare block implemented at the request of local authorities to combat illegal football streaming. Because many of these streaming sites use rotating IP addresses associated with major cloud providers, the broad blocking strategy has inadvertently caught essential developer infrastructure in its net. Users are seeing TLS, handshake errors, and connection timeouts. This is a significant disruption to the software supply chain in the region. It demonstrates the fragility of the modern web when regional legal enforcement uses blunt force IP blocking. Because Cloudflare hosts a massive portion of the global container registry traffic, the attempt to protect broadcast rights has paralyzed local technical operations, forcing engineers to use VPN, tunnels, or external proxies to bypass domestic filters. Researchers at Meta AI and KAUST have published a roadmap for a new machine form called neural computers. Unlike conventional computers that rely on the von Neumann architecture, separating processing from memory, neural computers unify computation, memory, and input-output within a learned runtime state. In this model, there are no explicit programs. Instead, the system operates as a continuous neural field that adapts its internal state based on the tasks it encounters. This is a grounded departure from traditional agentic frameworks that act over external environments. By moving the execution environment into the neural weights themselves, Meta AI aims to eliminate the latency and energy costs associated with data movement between the processor and the RAM. Central banks across Latin America have successfully established digital payment systems that now serve hundreds of millions of people. Brazil's system, known as Pix, has reached 175 million users. Developed by the central bank, Pix allows for real-time payments using simple QR codes or keys. Similar systems have been deployed in Argentina and Costa Rica, creating a sleek and effective alternative to traditional banking and credit card networks. These systems are managed by central authorities, but operate with the speed of decentralized protocols. The success of Pix suggests that state-backed infrastructure can achieve massive adoption and high technical reliability when it prioritizes interoperability and low-cost access for the general public. This is a signal from the future. A new research paper describes the use of polymeric tyrosinase nanocapsules to reverse hair graying. This is an under-the-radar development because it moves away from temporary dyes toward a biological fix. The nanocapsules provide a direct activation of follicular melanocytes, the cells responsible for hair pigment. By delivering tyrosinase directly into the hair follicle, the treatment restarts the natural pigment production process. In a related under-the-radar development, the MOSS-TTS-Nano model has been released. This is a 0.1 billion parameter multilingual text-to-speech model. It is designed to run on a basic 4-core CPU, and supports real-time speech generation. This marks a shift toward extremely efficient, local-first audio synthesis that does not require specialized hardware. Community chatter is heavily focused on the security of resource space and total-link systems. A critical vulnerability in resource space allows authenticated attackers to execute arbitrary SQL queries through a parameter in the collection edit file. Simultaneously, a command injection flaw has been identified in the total-link A7100RU router, with proof-of-concept code now publicly available. The ransomware group InkRansom has claimed a breach of Mastercom, allegedly exposing employee data and phone numbers. This coincides with a growing concern over digital identity. Observers note that phone number verification is becoming the default for Discord and Telegram. This trend effectively turns a personal number into a shared identifier across dozens of services, making it easier for actors to link disparate accounts. On the tools side, the Removerized project is gaining traction. It is a 100% local, open-source AI toolkit that removes backgrounds and upscales images without requiring a cloud account or internet connection. This reflects a broader community move toward digital sovereignty and offline-first tools. This concludes the synthetic signal report for Sunday.